Speaking of you and girls, Joe Derosa, I hear tell on your wonderful podcast that you do with Bobby Kelly that you had a little run-in with a lady friend that you went out on a date with.
Yes.
And it went horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong. Bobby's podcast, You Know What, Dude?
You know what, dude?
I'm on it a lot, and I was on one day, and his friend Kathy was on, who used to be his assistant, I guess. And
Bobby needs an assistant?
Apparently.
That's a big sandwich. Could
you assist me with this?
Oh, God damn it. That's the... All right. So, anyway, who's that?
Let's see.
What do you think, Joe?
Is that Baby Doll?
Oh, she's good looking.
I can't see her face from here. It's too blurry.
I just shit myself.
How do you know that's her?
Well,
we have a crack staff here at the Opie and Anthony Show.
Also, it's the background picture is that picture, the tits.
Yeah, but couldn't that just be a picture?
And it looks like her tits. Oh, boy.
All right.
That's
well,
her.
send me
Let's
a picture
see.
like that.
Well, where is she? Is that a pole she's dancing next to?
No, you know what? I think it's like
it's a window.
split mirrored sliding things.
Okay, right.
Like
She's in the
sliding
mirror. All right.
I want to
She's
see a
taking
clearer picture.
It's just her in a bra and panties. They're closing this fucking place up like it's goddamn Fort Knox.
Are they serious?
Yeah, believe me. Yeah, they're serious, all right.
Anyway, so Bobby's she used to work with Bobby, and in fact, she used to work for my manager years ago.
Gets around, okay.
So we got into we were on together one day. We got into a bit of an argument on the podcast, and then
good-natured or
it got heated, but yeah, we were friends at the end.
Topic. Of the argument?
She was telling us how she was
Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah, exactly. It was Iran and Israel. So anyway, we just got in this heated debate about something, and she said, and I was calling her a gold digger, basically, and we were arguing. But then we made up, and we said we were going to go out on a date, and Bobby said, I want to see this happen because you are definitely clashing personalities, and neither of you is going to back down from a fight.
Oh, he saw it.
So we went out on a date, and we promised to do the recap on the show. But we went on a date thinking, like, this might actually just be fun because we're both kind of opinionated, whatever. And it could not have gone worse. So last episode our last episode went up on Monday, and it was the follow-up recap date episode. And things got a little...
Was she
let's
there?
just say, yes, Kathy and I are both there, and let's just say we are not friends anymore.
Wow, it was that bad. One fucking date, you get that type of...
It is nuts. There was such a clash of ethics.
Ethics.
That's the only way I could describe it. I was ethically offended by her.
I was listening to this in the back, cutting it up, and it was tough to actually cut up because the argument and the points that are going back and forth, it goes on for so long. It would be trying to like cut like deliberation from like a 3-month trial.
Yeah,
like there was so much going back and forth. It was impossible to grab any one thing to dissect.
It's like trying to edit Costner's closing scene in JFK.
But there are instances like you could hear where at first it's like recapping, and then as the clips kind of progress, like Joe gets increasingly more and more
agitated.
Angry. Oh yeah, there's
angered.
There's a few instances of agitation in these clips.
Got some rage.
Good. So I haven't heard these clips.
All right, let's.
So I don't know.
I guess we'll start with the first one.
I'm going to listen to this.
Sounds like a good place.
I'll go with everything so far except the dress thing. I wasn't dressed too nice. I was dressed the way you dress when you go out to take a girl out to a fucking restaurant for dinner. Okay.
Ooh,
She
wow.
was
That already sounds a little heated. Fucking. You're throwing the word fucking in there.
She made up the first time we met on the but the first episode of the podcast where this all got established. Whatever the first episode of this arc. She had said something about like that I didn't put any money or time into my outfit, like that I was wearing that day, and she really did this dismissive,
That's
like, what did you
petty.
spend on this? $50?
And was that on the date or was that on the recap?
It was on the setup episode for the date where we said we were going to. The episode where we said we are going to go out.
All right, so she critiqued your clothes during that.
Yeah.
So you went on the date thinking.
I thought, I'll show her that I know how to dress.
Right.
So I put on a sweater and some nice jeans and some boots. and I wore a sport coat over the sweater.
Jesus. Right? Sounds like a sport coat.
A blazer.
It sounds
blazer.
like you're a professor at a Boston college.
A blazer.
A blazer.
All right, so that's what I'm referring to.
Okay.
And she kept saying I was wearing a suit, and I'm like, I wasn't wearing a suit. It was dressed up. So anyway, that's what this is. Rod for dinner.
Okay. So did you get that? That makes sense.
Absolutely, Joe.
Hey, that was for you.
Yes. And there are many girls that like a nice sports coat. Like I'm a jeans
Casual.
T-shirt. Yeah,
Casual
I like
sports jacket.
I don't like guys too dressed up. I like the one I wore to the fucking date because I'm like a casual kind of gal.
Well, that's funny
I like
because
my
that's
guy,
not what you said the other day.
No, that's absolutely
No,
true.
it's not.
I don't like a guy wearing a
said-
suit or a sports coat. I like a good pair of diesel jeans and a T-shirt.
And
Like,
I
good
quote,
to go.
Bob, you were here, and I quote, a guy should pick up the entire check on a
What the
date
fuck does that have to
because
do with
I
the
spent
clothes,
because
Joe?
I'm going to tell you because it's your quote. Because I went out and spent $150 to get a nice outfit and some makeup so I could look great for him. That is what she said. She didn't fucking say I like to show up in jeans and a T-shirt. I like it casual.
Jeans and
If she
T-shirts
would have said
cost a lot
that,
of money.
I would have taken her to fucking Lucky Burger and not a sit down fucking $130 fucking meal.
Holy shit. Wow. And that's the first clip?
That's the beginning.
Holy shit. Right there, you could tell this is not going well.
This is like the beginning of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Jesus, they're starting it with this robbery thing.
I love you, honey bunny.
Any of you fucking pricks move!
I've never listened to this. I haven't even heard this
But
yet.
she said the day before, look how you're dressed, and then you get dressed nice, and she said, I like the guy.
gives you shit.
Exactly.
They're
that's
fucking
bullshit.
crazy. They're all crazy.
Exactly. And now this is the only other thing I'll say about that clip is that contradiction in expression or whatever you want to call it, her illogical whatever. That is the theme now that is going to keep repeating. Where you're going to see she says things that she doesn't understand with her meaning, and she contradicts herself consistently.
Is she hot?
Yeah, she's an attractive lady.
Would you consider yourself diplomatic, Joe?
You know what? Honestly, Anthony, I would. But what I fail at, and I will be the first one to admit this. What I fail at is I expect too much out of people, and it's not, that sounds stupid to say. I don't expect too much out of people. I can't understand when someone doesn't act what I define as rational or logical or whatever, or ethical. And when they don't act that way, I start to lose my sense of diplomacy, and I start to get very angry.
So you get angry at every girl in the world because
you have a good vocabulary.
That's pretty much
most people.
You know that?
You have a good vocabulary.
You have a good vocabulary.
I have a lousy vocabulary.
No, you have a good one.
But thank you.
Well,
because I said diplomacy,
but it's based on Rich. So
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rich.
I'm very fucking impressed. That fucking community college worked for you. I'm telling you.
God.
I'm impressed. I'm
impressed.
impressed.
Such an obvious setup, Rich.
I know it. I'm
it bothers
impressed.
me that you
It's
think
not
I
a
don't
setup.
see it coming.
I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm impressed by
State
your
college.
Who cares? You have a good vocabulary.
Thank
That's
you.
all I'm saying. I can't compliment you. Maybe she is right. You can't take a compliment.
Oh, God. But you can take the steam out of something.
By complimenting you?
Oh, my God. All right.
Next clip now. Obviously, things off to a bad start. If that was the first one. Let's hear how this goes.
The argument isn't don't order whatever you want.
What is
the
the
argument is when you order whatever you want and then go, tough shit, I put in my effort because I took a cab over here and I'm a fucking black hole on the date, and then deal with it. Just to stop for a second.
She's Afro-American?
She said, this is because I was angry that she acted so entitled to this whole thing. Like I just owed her this, like, big deal. I don't give a fuck what you spent. I'm a lady. I deserve this. And she actually said at one point, I go, what effort did you put into this besides just showing up?
Just showing up, yeah.
Yeah, and she goes, I put effort in. I took a cab over here. She actually said that. So now we're talking about, she was giving me shit about, like, really, you're going to be cheap and bitch about the bill and da-da-da-da. And I'm saying, no, I'm not. But I go, the argument isn't you can't order what you want. The argument is, I spent this money, and then you brought absolutely nothing to the table to deserve that.
Right.
So that's what this is right here. Black hole on the date, and then deal with it.
Don't talk about a vagina like that.
I want to talk about her asshole.
Okay, but that's his story. But the way I see it, Joe, is that you could order what you want, but if you know, like halfway through you're not interested, like maybe like all bets are off. Like it's like just because things didn't go your way, and I didn't want to go back to your house. When you take a girl out on a date, it's like a fucking gamble, and you lost. You put money down, and like it didn't go your way, and that's the risk you take.
Black 17.
I don't have to. Do
you see? I didn't say you had to do anything.
Yes, you
Kathy.
did.
No, I didn't.
When
no,
you
I didn't.
realized I wasn't going back to your house, everything
No, Kathy,
changed.
when you ripped the phone out of my hands and acted like a fucking asshole, and I said apologize, and you wouldn't, that's when everything changed.
Joe.
Okay. She at one point she was being really shitty to me, so I texted Bobby and I wrote, hey dude, she's a real fucking asshole. And she goes, who you texting? And I went, texting Bobby. She goes, what are you writing? What are you writing about me? And I was like, none of your business. And she goes, let me see. I go, no. And she jumped over the table and physically ripped the phone out of my hand.
Holy shit.
So, all you had to do was go like that.
No, I actually, when we were on the podcast, I showed Bobby and Dan, like, how she did it, and when I showed them, they were like, Jesus Christ, seriously?
It's a little aggressive.
And I said to her, I go, if you were a guy and you just did that, we'd be fighting right now.
Yeah.
We'd be fighting. And she's like, I'm not a guy, deal with it. And that's when things took a hard left, where I was like, you're a fucking asshole, and now you wanna send this thing into the ground? I'll send it in the fucking ground. So that's when the date really got nasty and brought us to this point of being in this energy at the recap of it. But that's the phone reference. Was that it for that clip?
Yeah.
Okay. This next clip. I don't want to over-explain everything. No, she's such a fucking prude.
Hang on. Take your dick down.
Look, hold on. Keep it going.
She's a prude. You think she's not
absolutely
a prude.
fucking prude. She wouldn't even. She barely was like. She didn't want to come into my house. She was like, I can't come into your house. It's
called being uninterested,
like, what are you,
Joe. Not
then why did you go out with me, Kathy?
For the
you
podcast.
fucking gold-digging asshole.
For
then why did you go out with me?
For Twitter followers?
Ooh.
Kathy, congratulations. Your Twitter followers, you're not getting any because everybody's going to be on my side, Kathy.
Okay.
You look like a fucking asshole right now.
Now,
She definitely is an asshole, but it's very, very funny.
Wow.
She does this whole. Let me explain what that meant too about not going to my house. It wasn't about going into my house to fuck around.
Although that would be nice if a girl does that.
Well, I wasn't even referring to that. I was referring to at the beginning of the date. I said, just meet me at my place. And she goes, I'm not coming into your place. And she does, which is fine, but she does this whole thing where she's like, I'm a wild girl. I don't give a fuck. I'll say whatever.
One of those.
I'm adventurous. I'll do anything at any time. And then you go, but you won't walk into my apartment. I actually said to her on the day, I go, what do you think? I have a net hanging over the door that I'm going to drop on you? I'm like, what do you think is going to happen by walking into my apartment, you psycho? You're a psycho. So that's why I was saying she's a prude. Like, she acts like she's this wild gal. Like, meanwhile, she thinks it's like...
But a lot of girls don't want to go into somebody's place. I could see her.
At the beginning of a date?
I know you're not going to do anything. I know. Listen, I know you. But a lot of girls feel uncomfortable just putting themselves in that position.
That's another one of the games.
But that's...
bullshit games that they play.
That's fine. But if you're going to do that, then if you're going to talk the talk, then walk the walk.
She took a cab.
No, God damn it, Rich.
If we're out with
but don't tell me she's wild. Don't say I'm wild, and then you go. But you won't even walk in. What the fuck are you?
Girls should know. If we're out with you, we're out with you, we do want to fuck you. If we're out with you in any capacity, dinner, hanging out, movie, we do want to fuck you.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
That's not true. I go out with my wife all the time.
Oh boy.
So all right. All right.
It's not saying you can't have a good time during the time that we have to do stuff before we might fuck, but we do, in the end, want to have sex.
Well, of course. Look, listen, of course, every guy wants to do that every time, all the time, with every girl that he ever looks at.
Yes.
But I just, I have no problem with, I just can't, again, now we're starting to get into, like, are you diplomatic? When somebody acts irrationally or illogically, it drives me crazy. So I just couldn't stand the fact that she was saying, I'm so much fun and I'm so spontaneous, yet at the beginning of a date, when we have dinner reservations, you won't walk. What is going to happen from walking? I don't even understand. Like, I can't even compute what the downside of that is.
Okay, but clearly this date to her is a bit. Did you look at this date anything else than a bit? Do you know what I mean? Like, she's doing it for the podcast. Were you doing it out of maybe there can be romance?
No. I went out with her, and as I said to her several times through the podcast, I go, listen, if you want to do it for a bit, that's fine, but then chip in.
Yeah,
and be part of it, which she didn't, and it's going to get into that. It's going you'll hear that. It's going to get into the money argument.
All right, let's listen to another clip from this wonderful date. What's her name again?
Kathy.
Joe and Kathy.
Remember when she said on the podcast last week, what Kathy, what are the chances of Joe's getting the cock touch tonight?
I don't remember last week's podcast.
0%.
What are you,
0%. She said it on the podcast.
Yeah, your cock touch is a lot different than making out with somebody.
But here's the deal,
You
Joe.
said you never make out on the first date.
I said I rarely make out.
No,
on the
you
first
said
date.
never, Kathy.
Yeah, but what we're
But
saying.
I have, Joe.
Well, then you're a liar.
No, I kind of lied to you there. I felt bad. Like, what do
Why
I
would
say?
you
Sometimes
feel
I do,
bad?
but I don't like you to your face. That's fucking weird.
Be a fucking grown up. Take out 60 beans, put it on the fucking bill, and take your fucking lumps.
Absolutely not. Are you out of your
Exactly.
mind?
Hang on one second.
I I
Don't
hate her so fucking much.
You don't take the headphones off.
I won't.
You don't push the mic away.
But I hate her
Then
so
I
much.
win. Then I win.
No, you don't
Oh,
win.
yeah.
You're a fucking asshole.
As a bailiff,
Right.
order in the court.
Please, I win.
You're an asshole.
As the
in life.
bailiff, I'm breaking this up.
Wow, damn it. Holy shit.
I pushed the fucking mic aside and took my headphones off. I was getting so mad.
Yeah, you were angry right there.
I mean, this is the thing. It's like, what do you do in a situation like that? When a woman makes you that mad, if a guy made you that mad, you'd be like, dude, we're going to fight. We're going to fucking fight. When a woman makes you that mad, it can't go there.
So
and you're like, I have
says-
to walk out of this room right now.
You totally nail her with, you said you don't kiss on the first date.
Right.
And then she has to fucking dig it in with you by saying, no, I do, but just not you.
And,
that's a direct jab at you.
And it is a jab. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Anthony. It is a jab, and I didn't appreciate it. But that's my point with this chick, is that she says she just is a walking contradiction.
Yeah.
She sits there and goes, I never do this. And then she goes, well, I lied. And then you go, then say you're a liar.
Yeah.
Then say I'm a liar. Then she goes, I don't have to say I'm a liar. I'm not a liar.
And
It's
then
like
and then she pities you. Like, oh, no, I felt bad for you. It's like, really? I need your pity that you're not going to fucking kiss me? Fuck this bitch.
And she really made it, like, she started to really make it like, you're mad that I won't make it. I'm like, I'm not mad that I won't make I don't care about that. I go, I am just calling this for what it is now because you leapt over a table and physically attacked me and then acted like I had to just deal with it because you're a chick. Okay, you want me to just deal with your shittiness of being a chick? Then you're going to deal with my shittiness of just being a guy. Put out or give me money.
But wait,
That's it.
She attacked you or took your phone?
She ripped my phone out of my hand. Dude, I'll show you what she did. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Here.
Demonstration.
No,
It's like
give me
a
your phone.
courtroom now.
Okay.
All right. If we could have the
You want to know what an attack
defendant.
is? What Israel's going to do to Iran?
Oh, God.
Let me see. Let me see this.
Baby
attack.
doll emailed me. Here.
Oh.
All right.
All right, I'm texting
Now
Bob.
I want you to when I try to grab it, I want you to not give it. Like,
Okay.
Don't give. And I'm going to show you exactly what she did.
Okay.
All right, ready?
All
He's
right, I'm
holding the
texting-
phone. And
Oh.
Joe went to grab it and jammed his finger on the microphone.
Did she hit her hand on the
Oh, he missed
restaurant
the phone and
microphone?
Hurt his hand on the
Flinch till I
microphone.
grabbed the phone, Rich.
Okay, you said, oh my
Joe
God.
hurt himself on the mic.
Wow.
damn
I
it.
hate to be the guy you get in a fight with.
Fucking, what is this, Charlie Brown? All right, ready?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
She went like this. She went,
Wow,
literally,
wow.
like, I swear to God, that
And
aggressive.
you let her take it out of your hand?
No, I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by don't let me take it. I wouldn't let her take
yeah.
it. But she, with that force, as I was resisting, and I was like, you know what? Then I'm gonna. And I wasn't saying I'm gonna call this for what it is, meaning this is what I want is for you to give me some ass. I didn't mean it like that. I was like, if you want to act like an asshole, then I'm going to reduce this to the most insulting thing I possibly can now. You're a fucking asshole, and I'm going to tell you that, and I'm going to insult you by saying, then pay for half the date or beat it.
Because at that point, her company was useless. Everything was useless except for the fact that, you know, she might give you a blowjob or something. So
that wasn't going to happen. They hate each other.
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
But he laid it out there like, okay, I'm a piece of shit. No, how about this? You didn't fuck me. You should give me money for dinner because that's all you're worth.
Yeah,
your company wasn't even worth half the price of dinner.
It was exactly. It was an insulting thing, but she never understood that, and she kept going. You were just mad that I wouldn't hang out with you, and it's like, no, stupid.
Oh, God.
Do you not get it?
This is infuriating.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking angry right now thinking about it again.
Could you have snuck out of the restaurant and left her with the bill?
God, Rich, that would have been. I don't know why didn't I do that. Rich?
That would have been fucking great.
We did it to Keith one night. We do it.
Because you know what? My jacket was at the table.
You put it on. I got to go to the bathroom, and you fucking.
She'll
just
know
leave her
he's
there.
supposed to go. You better not fucking leave.
I wish you didn't. You know what?
Get up and run out.
I wish you didn't say that on the air, so I could have said,
hey,
let's do a recap.
One more time. Let's try one more day.
You can. She's not listening.
You're right.
According to Rich, no one's listening.
Jesus.
No, I didn't say
Listen,
that. No one.
Anybody listening to the show right now, please do me a favor, and I mean this. Don't tweet anything about what Rich just said, because if you really care and want to see something mean happen, let me try to set up this date where I walk out on the check. Please don't blow up the spot on this.
Find a restaurant where there's a bathroom that you can get out without her seeing you. Like, let's go.
And
you know
expensive.
What I mean? You know, a nice place, and just fucking leave.
Yeah.
I'll leave before the food even comes out. I'll just order it all.
No, eat the food. Get your food.
Know.
No, I don't care.
Never suspect that.
Exactly.
Well, but no, you got to have the food come out, so it has to be paid for. Have it come out, take a bite, take one bite, so she'll go, oh, he's not running out until he eats. Take a bite or two, go to the bathroom.
You know you got to have a few drinks.
You know.
Like the way you think, Kubia.
Yeah. Drinks.
All right.
Skedaddle.
Yeah, guys, listeners. I mean, don't blow up the spot on this, man. This is too good. We got to make this happen, and then I'll report back on the show as well as the podcast.
Okay. Any more clips? We got two more. Yeah, let's hear the next one. This is painful.
Kathy, I don't want you to give a shit about me.
Okay,
but you're making this. You're making
why would
this.
Why would I feel pity for? Why would I feel anything for someone that's
I'm not asking you
to,
Kathy, but open your ears instead of your mouth for once and listen to what I'm saying. I don't care. I don't care if you feel. This is her only response is to talk over you and go, "You're pathetic." This is my point, Kathy. I don't care if I have an effect on you or not. I said 20 minutes ago. Do you see what I mean? I said 20 minutes ago that it's a weakness in me that I let the shortcomings of other people get me this riled up. What bothers me about you is that when I say to you, Kathy, what you did was fucking offensive, and I'm not talking about them making out. I'm not talking about any of that stuff.
Bottom line, Joe, what did I do that is offensive? I didn't, because I didn't like you at the end of the day. I should pay for it. Is that what you're like? Any girl? If pretend
when
I'm
you
just,
make statements
I'm just any
like
girl.
When you make,
what did I do that was so offensive?
When you
to
make statements like I did this just for the podcast, just like you did.
Said it too. I have that on tape.
Okay, let me finish.
You said this was a one.
Let me finish.
Podcast.
Let me
That's
finish.
what you said on the tape.
I know I said it. Let me finish. I said when you say things like I did this for the podcast, just like you did. And you say things like, I feel bad about the money you had to spend, and you say things like, we knew this was a joke from the beginning, then fucking take half of the hit and spend for half of the fucking date.
That wasn't the... I never would go out with a guy that I'm going to pay for half the date.
Then you're just a fucking asshole then.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
God. She wound you up, man. Damn, you were pissed.
Yeah, I was really upset.
You're yelling at her.
I hate her.
And saying, fuck, well, that's apparent.
I hate her guts. I think she's a terrible person.
See, I understand your anger, and I'm angry just listening to this, but I don't think I could do that with a girl. I can't. I could get mad, believe me, but I can't bring it out like that with fucking, you know, that's a talent. That's good.
I'm
just thinking like my ex-wife, absolutely. But as far as arguments go, especially something, if you've been in a relationship a while and things are happening and you get into an argument, yeah. But one date evokes such hatred and passion to yell at each other like this.
You're not a, I mean, or are you? You're not really a lose the temper kind of guy.
No. I really have to be pushed.
He pays Keith to do it.
Yeah, that's it. Bust some legs.
He pays Kenny. And you want me to get mad for you?
What force should you want me to do?
So, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fiery guy. Like, I have a temper, and I get mad at little. I get the things that make me the most angry are when something isn't working the way it's supposed to work. Mm-hmm. Like if my
careers.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why, like, in the past, I've had to really work on not flipping out on stage. Because if I do a joke and I know it works and it's not working, my first tendency is to be like, "What the fuck? Why are you not laughing
you
at this?"
motherfuckers. That probably wouldn't work though with the
you're
crowd.
Not likable.
Yeah. So, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. But, my CD player, when I used to have one, I had one of those 5-disc Sony changers.
Braggart.
I know. What an aristocrat.
I still have it.
The buttons were all broken off the face of it because it would skip all the time, and I punched it once. I got so mad that I punched it in its face. No, all the buttons were broken.
I'm going to tell you what to do when you get mad, and I said this on the air. Like, sometimes if I'm playing golf and I get really mad, just right here, you can still see some
he
scars.
bites his arm.
Right here, look at it.
We've heard about Rich
if you bite
and the
your
way he
arm real
settles his
hard,
problems.
it takes the fucking, I'm telling you.
He bites his fucking arm like a mental patient.
My buddy is listening to the show, and he just texted, "That girl was and remains an awful cunt."
She isn't coming across very well, and especially talking over you.
The Twitter's popping.
If she let you talk and was civil during this, and you were like you are in this conversation, you'd come off looking like a fucking nut.
Yeah, I know.
But it's her fucking, like, just talking over you and contradicting herself and denying
and the
things.
grating voice.
Yes.
It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's like pathetic? You entitled asshole. She sounds like a girl in my Super Sweet 16. You know what I mean?
Those bitches.
Yeah, it's just awful. So
now, I guess this is the last clip. Yeah. So
it's where he hits her.
Yeah. It sounded like it was gearing up for that. So the last clip of the recap of the date. Let's hear this.
You never in your fucking life, I guarantee it, have had to go out on a date and sacrifice anything up to and including up to and including this situation.
I lost a lot on
Shut up now. Shut up. Okay?
Wow.
You told me stories in the fucking restaurant about, like, when I used to drink, I would see a guy and I go, "I'm going to flick my cigarette at his head." And I go, "Would guys hit you? Jesus Christ, it's horrible." She goes, "No, they fucking loved it because you're used to putting your tits on display and let your little fucking thong top hang out and getting what you want in the cheapest fucking way possible. You didn't spend a goddamn dime on that date. You went out, you ate a fucking meal, you filled your stomach, and you went home. You don't. And if you did,
that's why I win and you lose.
Kathy, dude, get her out of here. I'm serious.
Wait, Joe. I
can't be around this fucking chick.
You don't walk away from the party.
I can't be around this chick. She's such a fucking asshole.
What are you going to do, hit her? No. All right, so stop. You can take it. You're fine.
You can't take it, obviously.
Joe, it's fine. It's just a girl with tits.
I don't fucking like her. I think she's a piece of garbage.
I win.
Holy shit. Oh, that I win. Like, she played you, got her dinner, gave you nothing, so she wins.
You know what? If you punched her and then a judge heard that, the judge would say, "You know what? You were right."
I loved. You got to get her out of here.
Yeah, she goes, "I win," and then there's a pause. Get her out of here.
Get her out of here.
Get her out of here, Freddie.
Yeah. Get her out of here.
I fucking.
It's you literally, you could go in front of a judge, and he would go, how can you explain? You would just go, Your Honor, she was asking for it.
Yeah.
She was asking for a punch in the fucking jaw. She was running her yap, and he would go, all right. Yeah.
Well, she says, I win and you lose. But in life, she's really such a you know what I mean? In that situation, oh, wow, you got a free dinner, so you're a winner. Wow, I saved $60 bucks.
What kind of guy, if not you, would she like go out with and enjoy? I don't get it.
I don't know.
The jock.
I don't
Maybe
know.
somebody that can sit up straight.
She's
Jeez, Rich.
Yeah, an insult to injury, Rich. Jeez.
Yeah.
She, I don't know. I mean, you know what was weird? When I was talking to her on the phone, I said to her, I called her and we made this plan. I was going to go to her neighborhood, and I called her. I go, look, I have a really crazy day today. Can you just come to my neighborhood and we'll go out around here? That way I can work up until the minute you arrive.
Makes perfect sense.
Oh, well, that was a 20-minute fucking debate on the phone where she was... and that's
not going to debate you, Jerry.
Yeah, that's how this started. I was like, it's going to be this whole fucking thing, you know? And she goes, I go, listen, Kathy, just come to my fucking neighborhood and and she goes, okay. And I was like, you're weird. I go, that's all I had to do was say it like that, like an asshole?
Oh.
And she's like, well, maybe you learned something about me. And it's like, oh, you need a guy that's just going to dominate you.
No, that abuses her. That fucking doesn't want her.
But that seems to be like Joe. Like Joe should have been the love of her life after fucking that. The abuse, the rejection, the fuck you, the get her out of here. She should have fucking loved you.
Well,
if that's
maybe she does want to hook up with me now. I don't know.
Maybe. Well,
I don't know.
But that
wasn't a. I don't think I'm not saying this to be defensive. I'm just saying, like, I don't think what I was doing was abusive. I think it was, we were arguing. Yeah. And I don't think that's the kind of, if she is that kind of girl, we're obviously pontificating, but a girl like that wouldn't respond to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They would respond to, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, they respond to a swaggering
I kind of found
dismissal.
What you came off like. Don't fuck yourself, you piece of shit. I think you may have said that.
I come off, but I say it like a mad scientist. She wants
not like the swaggering fucking cool guy
she
piece
wants
of shit.
James Dean, James Dean. I don't care about you.
All right.
I'm saying like
Dean
Christopher
sausage.
Lloyd. yeah, like Jimmy Dean sausage.
Go fuck yourself.
So I mean, she's
Peter Lorre.
But she's just a fucking asshole of a person, and it's like, what do you do? Like I said before, I almost walked out of the room because I was getting so mad that I was like, you're just like, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I'm a guy, she's a girl. There's nowhere we can go from here.
You've lost all common
I'm
ground.
gonna have a fucking heart attack.
How old is she?
Yeah.
Because I can't scream any more than this. You know what I mean?
How old is she?
44.
Holy shit. All right, that changes the whole fucking game plan. What a set of balls on this bitch.
44.
Here we go.
TikTok, motherfucker.
Yes.
Listen to this.
If you got a 22-year-old pussy on you, you could fucking talk like that.
That 44-year-old tractor's should be paying $60.
Exactly.
Okay?
Here, this is I said to her at one point, she goes, oh, you're just mad because I didn't bang you. And I go, fucking, I date women in their 20s.
Yeah.
Grass over 30 is brown.
She didn't want to hear that.
And look, as from my many appearances on this fine program, I've got nothing against an older lady.
Well, of course, you've talked in the
them.
past about how you would bang older women and whatnot, but a girl like that, 44, a woman like that, a hag like that, should fucking be a little more appreciative, first of all, that anyone's taking her cougar ass out.
Right.
And as far as sex goes, she's playing coy like a schoolgirl.
She's never been married?
She should have showed up at the date with her fucking pussy hanging out. You don't fucking play coy with a 44-year-old pussy.
Showed up in an armored truck. Fuck, man.
That shit has been off the lot for a while.
Has she been
There's
married?
city miles on that thing.
I don't think so.
Treat it like a fucking, it's in the showroom.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Wax it. Stop it.
It is part of what fucking angers you.
In the car.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody pile in.
It is a big part of what angers you in a situation like this. You can't help but sit there and go, I'm 10 years younger than you.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, have a better career, really.
Pussy don't age like fine wine,
you know what I
motherfucker.
mean? It's like I should be sort of a catch to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, unless you're gonna go find some fucking banker,
right?
You know what I mean? That's gonna shower you with cash.
44.
You know, I think this is a good.
Sell.
You know, if we went out, you know, you got a good chance of maybe getting taken down to Caroline's for free.
See? And at 44, that's a treat.
And I'll introduce you to the middle and headliner.
Oh. Wow, damn, what a set of fucking nuts.
Yeah, I thought she was 23,
That's
24.
what I thought, some girl in her 20s.
I thought it was some hot little girl.
Playing all right.
Oh, no.
Playing
you
the
tell
game.
by her voice that she's fucking in her 40s.
Oh, that Lucille Ball fucking...
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Rich.
Yeah.
This fucking Joe DeRosa, huh? Ethel.
I had a tough day at the factory trying to wrap those chocolates today. Remember when we made that wine?
Wow. My feet turned purple.
I have to go. I'm auditioning to take over as Krusty the Clown on The Simpsons.
Fuck her then, 44 my ass.
Yeah.
That's fine. You know, 44, I'm not even bashing 44-year-old women. I'm bashing 44-year-old women that come off with their pussy like it's fucking gold.
Yeah.
That shit's devalued. That's maybe some fucking tin.
It's
fucking silver plate.
Tin. It's like, come on, appreciate that. I guess that a younger guy.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not even in it. See, this is the problem. When you start to argue this, right? It starts to just sound like you're saying you have to have sex with me, and that's not what the argument is. That's a creepy argument, and that's not what the argument is. The argument is show appreciation.
Yeah.
Show appreciation by acting like a civilized human being and having a little bit of class. That's it. Some class.
That's it.
Act morally, ethically, whatever term you want to put on it. Just don't act like an entitled snatch.
Even if she didn't pay for half dinner, she could have said, hey, let me take you out for a couple drinks and maybe bought you a drink or two somewhere else. You know, something. You know, anything.
Yeah.
I told her at dinner, I go, you just lost, because we were doing this thing that we thought was funny, where we're like, well, let's keep points for the podcast, see who gets more points.
Oh, it started out fun and games.
Yeah, it started out cute.
It ended, get her the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, this started like when you're wrestling with your college roommate as a goof,
and then it turns
into
ass sex.
Turns into
I wish I went to college.
But, you know, it eventually turns into the window's broken and there's a hole in the wall because it becomes a fight.
Someone needs stitches.
Yeah. So, but we were doing this points thing, and when the check came, I put my card down. I said, you just lost a couple points. And she goes, why? And I go, because you didn't offer. You didn't offer to give me any money.
And you didn't lose points for putting a Blockbuster card down? Nothing.
Good.
Okay, so that was a bad one.
It was terrible. It didn't even make sense.
They're all closed. They're all closed.
Jesus,
yeah, but
really?
you can't charge things with a Blockbuster.
No.
That was the joke.
It would have been funnier if
wasn't.
you said Sears card or
Far
something, or
from it.
J.C. Penney's.
Okay, start over. The point thing. Start over, dude.
So I put my card down.
You didn't lose points for putting down a Kohl's card?
That's funny.
A Marshall's?
Yeah, that's funny. And then the way your voice cracked at the lack of confidence in it made it better. She goes, I go, you lost points. You didn't offer to pay anything. And she goes, she got like offended. And she's like, well, I would never offer to pay. And I go, listen, I would never take it.
Right.
In a million years. I go,
but offer, yeah.
I go, but when a girl offers, it shows me that she doesn't think it's owed to her. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
She's a good person.
And she could not wrap her head around that concept. She was appalled by it.
She just has to show up. That's all girls need to do like that.
And she goes, a guy should, she said this on the setup podcast, not this one. She said, a guy should pay for everything and should pick up all the tabs because I'm spending all this money on looking great and whatever. And she shows up in this like fucking Forever 21 outfit. I told her on this podcast, I go,
Forever 44.
Yeah. I go,
That's a frock. She looks like Mrs. Roper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I go, your outfit looked like, every part of your outfit looked like it came out of like that bin where it's, you know what I mean? Like the $5.99 bin where it's all just balled up shirts and shit. I go, everything in that you wore didn't need to be ironed. It was like something you could just wear to the gym if you had to. You're a fucking bum. Yeah. You're a fucking bum. She's a bum, Rock.
A bum.
Yeah, so it's just, that's
how did it wrap up? I mean...
They're going out again.
She went out with. It ended with the setup that she's now she's going to go out with Dan Soder, one of the other guys on the podcast, to see how it goes with him.
See if it's you.
And the follow up for that one will be coming soon. But they're going to go out, or they might have already.
Did she not get along with Dan on the podcast too?
No, Dan. Dan
is a real laid back dude.
Yeah.
He's not the kind of controversial
Well, let's see if he's
guy
laid back enough that he can take that fucking kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, so
Dan doesn't have that kind of money to take her out.
Okay.
No. Well, that's the whole thing. After the fact, she's going, you could have taken me to a burger joint. I didn't care. Why didn't you say so? Hey, if you don't want to spend that much, I feel bad.
Not wanting to spend it. She didn't get anything.
If you would have taken her to a burger joint, that's all you would have heard. And he took me to fucking a burger.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't win in that situation. If you would have taken her anywhere but a nice place, then you would have fucking lost.
Well, good. Fuck her.
I was, it's funny. I was walking with Bobby the other day, and he's on the phone with her.
Oh, really?
And he goes, I'm right here with Derosa. Hold on. And he puts the phone up to my ear, and he goes, Joe, say hi to Kathy. And I go, no. And like, because it's like after that podcast, she was like,
got her.
She was like, let me finish, Rich, for Christ's sakes.
Just throwing in.
Can we not judge every sentence, mister? I like how he was the one that was fucking upset that it was going to be mean in here today.
I know.
And he's the only one
mean.
slamming. Yeah.
The only
I'm not
one.
mean. I'm just being me. I'm on your side the whole time.
Are you?
I gave you that great idea, didn't I?
What great idea? Oh, yeah.
I said you had a good vocabulary, didn't I?
What are you going to do? Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
You have a good vocabulary. We really should take a break, though. Do you want to finish up?
I was just that was I was finished until fucking.
But wait a second.
Stop!
I got a question to ask you about it.
We got to wrap up.
Oh, fuck off.
Do a break.
How come you won't get her on the phone? How come you don't want to deal with it?
I don't want to talk to her. But my point is like after that podcast, she was like, "Joe, it was all in good fun," and I was just like. No,
whatever.
No, it wasn't. Like, I think you're a fucking bad person.
She knows it's not a good.
Like,
she said that at the end?
I said it to her multiple times on the podcast. I don't like her as a human being. So anyway, that's that. It's out there now. You Know What, Dude podcast. The whole episode, which gets even more explosive than what you heard here, is up at riotcast.com. It's available on iTunes. Please follow the podcast or subscribe and download it and check it out and check out the headshot video on YouTube right now as well.
Very good. I guess we'll take a break, and at 9 o'clock, we're doing ISDN with Brother Weeze and Opie and Jimmy are going to be joining us via ISDN line, which shouldn't be too confusing. I'm sure the technical issues will come off without a hitch, and then without the visual aspect, no one will be stepping all over each other as we talk all at the same time. So stay tuned for that, which we call the Clusterfuck Hour, not to be confused with the Shit Show, which is on at 10 o'clock, hosted by Shit Show's own Sam Roberts. We'll be right back.
It's the Anthony Show, my fucking show. We're gonna talk about racism and guns. Racism and guns on my fucking show. So don't even bother trying to call in, motherfuckers. Cause Anthony don't take no fucking phone calls.